Doing some pre-market preparation for September 23rd, 2025. Looking at the market profile right here. Yesterday, pretty big range expansion day. We've got a handful of distributions here where we left behind some single prints. Market covered about 50 points in range, which is pretty substantial. And the fact that we ended the day in the upper part of the range and the overnight session really was not much. I mean, this overnight session, the range is very small, and at the top of the range tells me that we are accepting of these highs. A couple important things that I want to focus on or I want to note today is the regular trading hours high is poor right here. And then also this is the top of the value area. So that level is pretty important. We're likely going to need to repair that level, if not today, in the coming sessions. What else are we looking at in the market profile here? I'd say on the long side, that's what I'll be monitoring for today, is right above this area for continuation. I don't have a lot of high expectations for that just because yesterday was such a blow the top off type of day. I just don't think the market's going to have a lot of energy to do that 2 consecutive days in a row. If we do break above that and fail, I would expect for us to maybe not traverse this entire value area, but at least to the single prints here. So that would be a potential short play to target the bottom of here. The other important key levels I would say would be halfback is going to be right around here. That's confluent with the overnight high from the 19th. Halfback is going to be fairly important in a day like today, because if we hold above halfback, hold above, let's say the value area low or the single prints right here, that's a sign of strength. And if we start to accept below, that's a sign of short-term weakness. No major economic news today. We do have Trump talking about something with the UN at 8:50, and then I think Powell is talking about the outlook on the economy, maybe around noon or so, or 11 my time. And then we've got news later in the week. So today, aside from those 2 announcements, which could move the market, but you got to trade what is and just be cognizant of when they're talking. But that's going to be the plan today. So taking along, if depending on how delta and volume interact with this level, taking a short if it's a very weak type of move up, and then potentially shorting below this level and taking profits here, depending on how aggressively we approach those. So we'll see what happens later on.